At Wenona, we use the app ClipChamp to do all of our video editing and video production. So let's find out how to access ClipChamp for both staff and students. We're going to begin in our school portal. That way, you know that you're signed in correctly with your username and password, and you'll have access to all of your OneDrive content, photos, videos, and audio for your video project. So from the portal, let's click on the OneDrive icon. In the top left-hand corner of your OneDrive icon, you'll see the app launcher. That's those 9 dots. Sometimes people call it a waffle because it looks like a waffle. If you don't see ClipChamp, the app, in your shortcuts here in front of you, then you can do a search for it. It's this one just here. But if you don't see it, use the field up here to do a search for ClipChamp. Clicking on the ClipChamp icon will give us these 5 options across the top: upload, screen recording, camera recording, video project, and playlist. Most of us are going to use the video project option to get straight to the timeline and the editing features. So click on video project. You can see this is a browser-based app, and I'm currently using Safari. In the top right-hand corner, I can see my name and my school account, so I know that I'm signed in correctly. That's really important. Always make sure you're signed into ClipChamp with the right account. Let's start on the left-hand side and explore the interface so we know what's available to us. In the top left-hand corner, you can see the My Media tab. When you click on it, the media panel opens up and you get more options. The purple Import Media button, if you click on that, will allow you to upload media from your laptop itself. So if you've got photos or videos on your device, this is how you will load them. The little drop-down arrow next to the import media lets you search your OneDrive account. And can I encourage you, always keep your photos and videos in your OneDrive, because that way they're accessible from any device. I often use my phone to take photos and videos. I then transfer them from my phone into my OneDrive so they're available to me no matter where I am. Click on OneDrive and you'll see the folders that you're very familiar with. On the top right-hand corner, can I recommend that you change the filter to tiles? That way, you're going to get a much better view of any photos and videos that you're looking for. I'm looking for the Year 10 camp, so I'm going to scroll down, open my Year 10 camp folder, and again, on the top right-hand corner, I'm going to change the way that the files are presented to tiles. Now I can see a preview of all the photographs that I took whilst we were away on Year 10 camp. Once I've told ClipChamp which files I want to bring into my project from OneDrive, you'll see them loading up on the left-hand side in the media panel. Let's continue exploring what else there is on that left-hand side. If I want to do some recording, screen recording, or recording a webcam video, or even if I want to create a text-to-speech AI product, I can also do that here. That's in the Record and Create tab on the left-hand side. Next is the text tool. This is where, for all of your headings, your subtitles, all your descriptive text, come here, click on the text button, and open up the text panel and choose a style you like. You can change the font, the color, and the size once you drop it onto your video project. One of the things I love about ClipChamp is there is so much music here. On the left-hand side, click on the music icon to open up that panel and scroll through all of the different categories: atmospheric, cinematic, cool, dark, dreamy, minimal. Choose a topic you think that might suit your project, and then click the See More button to expand that topic and see all the music titles just under that topic. So now under minimal, I've got a lot more music tracks that I can choose from to bring into my project. But let's see what else there is in ClipChamp. On the left-hand side again, I click on the stock video option. These are all the stock video clips that you can add to your project. So no matter what your project is about, there is a little bit of professional footage that you can add to bring the polish to your project. Again, these are arranged in topics, when you explore those topics, for example, if I want to explore the technology heading, when I point to the last one, it says see more. So I'm going to click on that. And now all these stock video footages that are in that panel, these are all around the theme of technology. Why not use the search panel above here to search for a topic that you're interested in? On the left-hand side, let's have another look at stock images. Same sort of thing, lots of different subheadings. And when you point to the last one, again, it says see more. There is so much music, video, and stock images for you to explore. You could build an entire project just with the content that's already available in ClipChamp. Every video needs a graphic element just to sharpen up the message that we're trying to share. So scroll through the graphic elements that are here. And once again, you can see when I point to the last option under these headings, it says see more because there's always more content to explore. For example, let's have a look under illustrations. Let's click see more. And now I've got even more categories under the illustrations category: nature, celebration, holiday, creativity, summer, art. There's so much stuff here. All right, on the left-hand side, let's go down to the last category of tools that we can use called transitions. No need to explain here, obviously. This is how one video clip or one photograph transitions into the next. Well, let's now drag some content from my OneDrive onto the timeline and use some of these features. So I'm going to go back up to the top. So on the left-hand side, I'm going to go back to my media. I'm going to just take some photos that I've imported from the Year 10 camp. So I'm going to left-click, drag it down to the timeline. So this area across the bottom of the screen, this is where you're going to do most of your editing and building to finish your product. So I've got one photograph. We can see if I drag this playhead across, that this photograph lasts for about 4 seconds. So that stretch is about 4 seconds. I can change how long the photograph exists for by grabbing these handles and cropping it and making it a 2-second photograph. Grab another photo and also move across, make it a 2-second photograph. And of course, I need some music. So let's go to the music tab. And let's do Holiday Magical, something that sounds great. I can hit the play button and listen to the track first if I want to. But for this scenario, I'm just going to click and drag and bring it down underneath my photographs. So your video projects will be a result of combining different layers together. I've got a photo layer, I've got a music layer, and I need to add some text to explain what's going on. So I'm going to go back to my text tab. I'm going to use this playful heading. So click plus. And now there is a text layer above the photographs. So if I click this playhead, this white line here is called a playhead. And that white line shows you all of the layers at that moment in time in this preview screen. So in the preview screen, I can move my text around. I can double click on my text and change it. Blue is not a great color here because it doesn't contrast with the sky. So let me click on the blue dot. Let's let's make it white. There we go. Year 10 camp. Well, I've got the start of what's potentially a really fun photo slideshow, building it right here in ClipChamp. Now you can see up the top that I can change the aspect ratio. So if you're designing a video to be watched on like a regular television screen, we wouldn't want 16:9. But maybe you're doing an Instagram post, then you want it square. Just by clicking it once, it changes the shape of the finished video, and I can now reorient, move pictures, make them bigger or smaller, so that it's going to fit an Instagram post. So use that size feature to create the size video that you want. All right, Now, I could keep editing, I could keep adding layers to my timeline, but we want to be able to share this. In fact, I might want to invite someone else to come and edit with me on the timeline, because maybe my partner in crime on the Year 10 campus got photos. I want them to add into it. So let's click the share button and click share. Now, the teacher that was with me on the Year 10 camp was Mr. Lilienthal. So I'm going to find him and I'm going to make sure that he's got edit access. I've added a little note, and then when I click the send button, he'll get a link inviting him to come and edit this video with me, and together we can finish our Year 10 camp photo slideshow. As soon as I hit send on that invitation, I notice that the name of the file is just a generic Video Project 12. What I should have done at the very beginning in the top left-hand corner of this video project, you can see ClipChamp Video Project. Well, I should click here and call it Year 10 Camp. And hit enter. Don't forget to always name your video projects so you can find them really easily when you want to come back to working on them again. Your work will always save automatically because it's in a browser and it's part of our Office 365. So you don't need to worry about losing your work as long as you've named it a name that makes sense. When you've finished your project and you're ready to share it with the world, hit the export button to create a finished file that you can share with anyone you like. Can I always recommend that you would choose 1080p. 4K will give you beautiful quality, but 4K is a really big video file and can be hard to share because it's so big. So always stick with 1080p, give it a file name that makes sense. Check the OneDrive location where it's going to be saved to so you know where to find it, and hit export. I hope this very quick introduction to ClipChamp has been helpful. Please reach out to me if you'd like to have a more detailed and thorough explanation of ClipChamp and how you can use it both in your teaching and in your learning.